Welcome back to Lost in the Dark podcast, everybody. It's been a long, long time, but here we are, back with the OGs, victims of the system. And we got a couple new members to talk to tonight. A couple people I haven't even met yet, so you guys are all seeing this live for the first time. Aaron, do you want to Hayden? Anybody want to introduce anybody?
I'm Hayden.
You're Hayden, and we got Logan right there. Fuck yeah! Did you see the new Wolverine movie?
Dude, not yet.
Oh,
What?
you're gonna love it. It's
You're missing out.
No.
You gotta listen.
I'm excited.
It's so good. It's so good. It's the best movie I've seen in a long time.
But one of the best new movies.
Yeah, best new movie, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
But either way, all right. Whoever wants to go first, you can feel free. But Hayden and Logan, how did you guys come to be in Victims of the System? I want to hear the origin story.
Logan, you go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna pass this one to you.
Okay. All right. So I met Tyler a little over a year ago in a guitar shop and heard him playing and was like, yo, you want to be in my band? And so then, he's also in my band. And then about 6 months later, he joined Victims. And he's been doing a lot of shit. Victims has been doing a lot of shit. And eventually Tyler was like, hey, man, I really want a rhythm guitarist with me live, someone to back me up. And so that was about probably, a month ago?
Yeah, I'd say a month ago.
And so here I am now.
So just
I fucking love it.
met him at a guitar shop.
Yeah, I just met him.
Yeah, that's the classic. Met him at the Guitar Center.
Right? Yeah. No, I was gonna say, what was it? A Guitar Center?
It was actually the Fret Shop on Jordan Lane in Huntsville. Yeah, it was just sitting there playing Deftones.
So it's Guitar Center Light.
It's Guitar Center reminiscent. Yeah.
Version 1.0 beta software.
That's right. Now, Hayden.
Okay, so Tyler's one of my best buds from school. When I transferred to high school, he had been going there pretty much his whole life. We kind of clicked because we were the only two kids in class that listened to shit that was heavier than AC/DC. And we just became buds. I bought a drum kit, and he'd been playing guitar for like 6 months. We hung out. We made some really bad music, but that's how good music's made, is you take the bad music and progress. And, we kind of were, talking. He moved to Huntsville. I'm still in Mississippi in school, and we kind of, followed each other's progress on bands and stuff. And he joined Bots, and I was super happy for him because, it's what he's always wanted to do, this kind of music, and have his freedom to express who he is through the instrument. And that's when they were kind of going through rotating drummers at the time. Like, this show we'll have this guy, this show they'll have this guy. And, I've always wanted to play metal. That's pretty much where my life is. And he kind of was just like, hey, man, why don't you meet the guys? And so I met Aaron and Caleb at actually Aaron's uncle's house just when I was up there visiting Tyler one week. Jammed out and sweated a lot because there wasn't any air conditioning. And then jammed some more and then sweated some more. And, yeah, that cycle repeated. And Aaron texted me and goes, hey, brother, I got a show and I want you to be a part of it. And that's kind of it.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's absolutely amazing. So what, what? Sorry, my voice is fucked up.
You're good, brother.
But what brought you into heavy metal? Like, what got you? What made this kind of music that you wanted to play?
Probably just the energy, man. I wanted to
mention AC/DC, which is one of my personal favorite bands of all time.
It's one of the best.
Of course they are. So like what, like how like, because and I've said this to Aaron before even, but like, you know, most people view this kind of music um as something negative, as something bad. Like 99% of the human population never gets into heavy metal.
Well,
What
then they
got
need to do more research. Period. They need to do more
yes,
research.
no, I
Like,
agree about
go
that.
into the studies where the scientists that study, neural waves and emotions and stuff, where they provide cut and dry evidence that metalheads are 65 to 70%, if I'm thinking of it right, happier than the rest of the population. Like our rates of happiness and
Have,
just overall quality of life is way better than other genre people, other listening people that listen to other genres of music.
have you have you guys ever seen pardon me, sorry, God. Have you guys ever seen the documentary Metal Headbangers Journey? I know Aaron has.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You've seen it.
I have
Yep,
not seen
yep.
that.
Okay. Well, you absolutely need to. And because it's, in my opinion, the greatest documentary of all time. And there's the end, specifically the end, like what I'm thinking of right now at least is the end sequence where where they basically say like it's you know not everybody's ever going to understand it, and when you hear it, if you don't get the goosebumps, if the hair on the back of your neck doesn't stand up, then you might never get it. But and this is a quote, judging by the 40,000 fans around me, you might never get it, and that's okay because we're doing just fine without you.
Absolutely.
But
Hell
it's
yeah.
Speak the truth.
it's the greatest documentary of all time. You gotta watch it, especially if you love heavy metal. But yeah, but I mean, what I guess for both of you, what would you guys say uh was that thing that got you into it? Was it picking up an instrument? Was it someone showing you the music? Was it a specific band?
I've been playing guitar since I was like 5, 6. So I mean, you know, I guess it started out as a little like "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd, learning that at that age, but then
At
transition.
wait, hang on. You were learning "Wish You Were Here" at 5 years old.
Well, I would say 7 for that song
Oh,
specifically, but like
oh, big difference.
more like
Okay.
just easier going music. And then again, AC/DC comes up because especially when you're that little, you're like, fuck yeah, this rules. And so getting into that. But then at 9, I was showed Bullet for My Valentine for the first time. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Solid.
That changed the game, especially at 9. And then at 12 is when I really discovered who Slipknot was. And, apart from the music and the vocals and the instrumentals being fucking awesome, I would say watching live videos and they're on the stage beating up a fucking cow head, you know what I mean, and going crazy and jumping up and down. At that age, it was really like, these guys are free and they're weird as fuck, like everybody is in the world, but these guys aren't afraid to show how weird they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It made me feel like that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I think Slipknot and stuff like that is probably some of the biggest gateway bands that I can think of. Like, if you hear Slipknot and you like it, you're in. But if you don't like it, then it's probably not your thing. Because Slipknot's one of those things where I'd say 90% of the people that listen to metal heard something by Slipknot and said, "Oh, this is cool. Let's go deep dive."
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I don't just agree with that. I was literally listening to Slipknot in the car on the way to this interview right now.
Hell yeah.
Literally, like I was blasting Psychosocial,
Mm-hmm.
and no, I mean you're absolutely right. Like Slipknot is one of the greatest gateway bands, if not the greatest gateway band of all time, where people can find that and be like, oh, this is something heavy, and they start liking it, and then like you just said, start deep diving, and
Yeah.
and then you find, you know, your Lamb of God, your Cannibal Corpse, your Children of Bodom, your, like, you know, anything, Victims of the System, your anything else, and it's yeah, no, they're one of the greatest of all time. Was so with you guys at least, it was because a lot of times, like with me and Aaron, both of us have a similar story where our uncles kind of like got us into this music. Like they showed us, they were the first ones to show us something heavy. Do you guys have anything like that, or did you just discover it on your own?
Well, you know, I mentioned that I discovered Bullet for My Valentine at 9 years old.
Yeah.
And it was actually, my uncle had this little singular battery operated MP3 player. He was like, listen to this song. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was my uncle, 100%. You know, and he's listening to fucking Disturbed in the car, taking me to school and shit. Yeah, 100%, my uncle.
I think I'm the odd one out here. My dad just loves Metallica and Limp Bizkit and that kind of stuff that he grew up with, and he exposed me to that kind of music at a young age. But he never got into the heavy stuff. Like he was all right with Pantera, like some of the mainstream stuff, but he never got into like Lamb of God or Cannibal Corpse or anything like that. So that honestly was the fault of iHeartRadio at the age of 9 years old. When I was playing sports, I qualified for state meet in swimming, and on the way there, I was listening to Bodies by Drowning Pool, and it skipped. And when it skipped, it played, I want to say it was Domination by Pantera. And as I walked up to get ready, before I threw my headphones off, it hit the breakdown. And that was it for me. That's when I got bit. And I started chasing and putting on radio stations and watching YouTube about this music, and that kind of exposed me to where this is now.
Oh my God. No, you're absolutely not the odd one out, and that is an amazing fucking story, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, what? Like, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. No, we, you know, everybody that finds their way to this music has their own unique path, and that's an amazing one. That's really fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you know, and honestly, like, you know, with Bullet for My Valentine, like, what's funny about that one is I love how you bring that one up, because that's one of the first time that I ever saw Iron Maiden live was Bullet for My Valentine was opening, and
Shit.
and
All jelly, no peanut butter.
huh?
I said all jelly, no peanut butter.
And it was insane. Like, and it's kind of a weird perspective for me, because I know you guys are a bit younger than me, but like when I was growing up, it was like it was like, you know, if you were super hardcore if you ever went into Hot Topic. Nowadays that's not the thing. It's different now.
Yeah, there's kids that go into Spencer's, which I don't really like all the time, but I mean, hats off.
Yeah.
Right.
Burton's old.
Yeah.
Like Burton's so fucking old.
Shut
Yeah.
up. God. Why do you gotta do that to me? I'm only 903. Okay?
Shit, that's young.
Okay, I'm a lot younger than him. I'm 929.
You're good.
Y'all have a lot of life left.
Yeah.
But no, but like honestly, both those stars are amazing. Like the any way that you find your way into this music is I mean, to me, actual like literal magic. Like it's literal like
It's electricity.
yes.
Where its source is, it will travel. Where it is connected, it will travel farther.
Yes.
Like that's the way I can describe it.
And it's it's and especially when you go to a show and
As I'm sitting here
or
waiting to watch the show.
yeah, standing there waiting to watch a show, or with you guys playing a show. It's literally fucking like, spiritual on a level. Like we're all in this together. We're all in a dark ass room, fucking like
Sweating and punching. That's
Huh?
all we're sweating and punching. That's all we're doing. Sweating and punching.
But also, yes, that is all we're doing. But also experiencing something, enjoying something, having an actual like an emotional reaction to something that most people do not understand, and that is magic.
I wish I had $1 for every time somebody goes, I don't understand why you enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'd be a rich sumbitch. I'd be a rich sumbitch.
Yes. No, it's just it's an amazing thing, and that we can all like come together through this thing, this weird fucking thing, this aggressive sound, because really that's all it is an aggressive sound. That we all come together through that. We build our lives around it.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a magical thing, and so yeah, I always just like to ask, off the top, like, how did you even get into it? Because everybody has a different story.
Yeah, for sure.
And those are some of the best stories to me. Now that you guys, okay, so now that we're at the point where you guys have gotten into it, there had to have been something that kept you there. So like what are the band like once you found it, once the hair stood up on the back of your neck and you got goosebumps from AC/DC and Slipknot or whatever, then where did you go?
Let you go first.
I found Lamb of God, and I listened to the Ashes of the Wake album, and I think Chris Adler's work him and Joey Jordison were the two that inspired me the most to just pick up the instrument. Now, so I don't take as much influence from Joey, but I take a lot from Chris still. I think his work was very phenomenal, very foot heavy, very energetic, but also kind of basic and groovy, which I appreciate. And I think like taking the country and rock aspects of my childhood and applying that to, metal really stood up for me. And then as I got older and I experienced some things throughout my life that made me have different emotions and different walks, I kind of got really, really big into technical stuff, which I'm not so big into anymore because I like to, use the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. And the tech stuff, I love it. I respect it. Is it my thing anymore? Probably not, and that's totally okay. I think right now I'm going through a hardcore kick, but like that's only time will tell. You go through phases as you get. I feel like every person that goes through rock music or metal music, you get through these phases is what I call them, of different genres and different attitudes, different feelings. Like you may be down in the slump and you want to listen to like a sad rock kind of fusion stuff. You get angry and you want to listen to put on some Speed or some Knock Loose and just start breaking shit,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it's kind of just the diversity that you never see until you get into it is what held me around. It's that it doesn't matter what I feel or what I'm going through. There's a song or a band or a whole genre for it.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a great
No,
answer.
you're absolutely right. Like that is the thing about metal is that there's no matter what you're going through, no matter how you're feeling, there's always going to be something. It's always just there for you. With me personally lately, I know this isn't super heavy or whatever, but like lately I've been on a huge fucking like Linkin Park kick.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they're all timers.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
especially like when I love going back on YouTube and listening to like Chester's isolated vocals, where there's no other music playing. It's just him screaming.
Yeah.
It's
And
amazing.
oh my god, that shit gives me goosebumps every fucking time. Like I can't and that's also partly because of where I'm at in my life right now too. Like just kind of that's kind of just what I need right now.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So it's always the music is always there for you.
It'll never leave.
And that's what people and that's a big thing that people do not fucking understand is that like everybody thinks, oh, metal is just angry. No, actually it's not.
Look
But
into it. Look into it.
it's pain, it's sadness, it's anger, it's also happiness and
Yeah.
joy.
Go listen to Cemetery Gates and tell me you don't want to cry after listening to that. Like
Thank-
honestly,
thank-
like it's not all rah rah break shit with a hammer.
No,
Like it's not.
No,
There's
it's
so
not
much more.
It's not all hammer smash face.
Yeah,
Like
I mean it's
it,
great,
it is
but like
great. Of course it's great. We love it. We fucking worship it. But it's not. That's not all that it is. It's an entire genre where you can. There's every fucking. There's every emotion there for you. Like, you know, it's they yeah, these artists have just created such amazing work where yes, it's still heavy, but like
I don't know what just happened, but I think I blipped out.
oh no,
You're good. You're back.
but no, like all these artists have created such amazing things that we get to enjoy, and that's why like we are. To me, it's like we are loyal to this thing, to this form of music because it's there for us and because we feel like they make stuff for us because it's
Because it is.
because we don't like associate or connect with most other forms of art. And this is the one for us. And so we just connect to it. And once you have that connection, then it's never gonna go away.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think kind of back to what Hayden was saying earlier, give it a shot, listen to it, take a dive. If people really looked into metal and all types of metal, there's something there for every fucking body.
Yep.
There's different genres within metal. There's pop infused with metal. There's country infused with metal. You know what I mean? There's folk infused with metal. But people don't give it a chance.
It's everywhere
because of the surface level, look that metal has. I guess widespread.
And Aaron will tell you, I am a fan of every form of it. I love the folk metal, the Viking metal, the pirate metal, the emo metal. Like I love every single. talking to a guy right now that for especially if Robbers Hill Blast Poison. So I listened to all of it. I love all of it.
Yeah.
Who's playing?
It's Hayden because fucking he's at a show and they just started.
I'm watching Fog Crawler right now.
Okay. Hey, you can like watch them and then come back later. We'll let Tyler join for a minute.
Yeah, if that's what y'all want to do. I can be back
All right,
on in about 30 minutes. So.
All right, bet. Just hop out of here and I'll let Tyler in.
All right. Well, to be continued.
All right.
Yes, sir.
He's got a fucking leave it. There we go. Okay, now it's
My God.
here comes
I
Tyler.
was just
Hold
so loud. I couldn't hear anything.
on. No.
But no. It's just it's a great. It's I don't know. To me, metal is nothing but beauty and love, and it's every time I go to a show, I feel like how people claim at least that they feel when they go to church, where they're just a part of something bigger than themselves, and it's amazing. Like it really is, and when we find it, not everyone finds it. But for whatever reason, we did, and that's just something that's special to me. Like it really is just special, and to be able to have the ability to enjoy this particular art form, which is not a common thing. And we got to go going on. And on top of all that, like, we, and on top of all that, we get to go to these shows like a Slipknot show or an Iron Maiden show or whoever else, whoever else kind of a show, and have it be this gigantic, spectacular thing.
I
figured it out.
What?
Here's
Ugh.
here's the other.
How am I setting this up? I gotta figure this out. Hold up.
Dude, you and Tyler are finna get along. Ask him who his favorite guitar player is, Burton.
Oh yeah.
What?
Ask him who his favorite guitar player is.
Mine?
No, ask Tyler who his favorite guitar player is.
I know the answer.
Who is it?
Alexi Lejo.
Yeah.
Give me a hug, baby boy.
Yeah.
That's crazy about it.
The fucking poster I'm sitting in front of right. Bro.
Yeah, I know. I think we were on some kind of like FaceTime call. Aaron put me on it one night and we talked a little bit about it. I was pissed drunk that night. Forgive me for anything. Holy shit, dude!
Tyler just came in his pants, man.
Yeah, no, it's
no.
it's a little creamy down there, boys. Holy fuck!
Yeah, no, he's my favorite guitarist of all time too. Yeah.
That's my boy.
But yeah, now that Tyler's in the call, we could talk more about like the writing process and stuff because Tyler has a lot more to do with it than like Hayden or Logan per se. So Logan definitely have more to do with it in the future, but Logan's a newer member, So, but now Tyler, now's the time to talk about like the album, that because like Tyler plays a huge role in that.
And Aaron, help me lead the way with this one a little bit. It's okay. So let's just start here. When did the new? And I already know. I'm just saying this for everybody else. When did the new album drop?
On the 6-year anniversary of Victims of the System starting, which was in May. I can't remember that. It was like the 27th or the 17th or something. So last year.
And you haven't wait. It dropped. So it dropped in May, and you haven't dropped anything since then.
No, we've dropped some music videos for some of the singles off the album, but
yeah,
not any new music yet. But we are sitting on shit.
The only reason I asked that was because that's a little unusual for you. Because with you usually drop a new album like every other month.
Yeah, it used to be that way. But we totally still could. It's just we're trying to be a little smarter about it and like with the promotion process and stuff. But
that's totally fine. And there's no right or wrong way to do any of this shit.
Yeah.
Like we're all
found more.
So
we found more success like promoting it with like a couple singles, music video, doing some shows to promote it. Found more success with like putting a little more time in between each project that we drop. So that's what we're trying to do more often. Because like I think it was like 2022 or the year before that we dropped. It was like the goal to drop something every month, and we did because we weren't playing shows back then. So it's like the only thing we could do, like we just drop something. But like since we've done it like this, like Malicious Intent is our most streamed album on all fucking platforms. Like this is commercially our most successful album, and it's like
I'm sorry. Say the name of it again.
Yes, Malicious Intent.
Malicious Intent by Victims of the System.
Yes. And
fucking banger.
Yeah.
It's your on every platform. It's your most streamed.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this shit isn't on all platforms, so it's like it's kind of got a fucking leg up competition with it. But like on YouTube, for example, like prior our most viewed thing had like I think 1 point something thousand. This one has like 2.6 thousand on YouTube. The album video alone, like Nosferatu, the single has like 1.1 thousand. Like none of the music videos have like less than 500 views. So it's like altogether it's our most successful project we've ever released.
But that one single.
Which single?
Oh, come on. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Talking about Annually Fucked? Yeah. Well, it's more success. Like Nosferatu, the first single off of Malicious Intent, has more views than Annually Fucked with a Hammer. So it's like, it's kind of blown everything we did in the like. People still love Annually Fucked with a Hammer, but it has more views in it now.
Whoa. Okay. See, that's insane to me. All right. Wow. Okay. And so, going into this album, what was the writing process like? Like, how did you guys come together? How did you guys, end up doing this album?
Okay, so
you want me to take this one?
I'll start it. So this was our first album or like music we'd ever recorded with Tyler in the band, and I mentioned to you on the phone earlier about the studio and shit. It's like Tyler like has been doing like he has a way better setup than I've ever had or touched in my life, and it's like obviously there was a lot more room to like work and things to do with that. So there was like a couple songs that Tyler wasn't featured on, but it's like the vision I had for the album at the start of it was just like this is where we like show like everybody we don't like, whether it's a musician, whether it's someone outside of music, whoever we don't like, we'll call them by their name and we'll say whatever we want. And it's like we had like Malicious Intent writing it, so it's Malicious Intent. But Tyler, a lot of the songs, I'd say probably 80% of the songs on the album, Tyler did all the instrumentals for it, and it was me on vocals. So that includes like The World Is Yours, The Great Decay, the title track Malicious Intent. I'm forgetting what other one.
I did the two covers, the Worthless redo.
Yeah.
And I think that's all of them, really.
So you can ask Tyler about like what his writing process was, but that's my side of it.
All right.
But yeah.
Tyler?
So basically, my writing process is a little weird because, like, I work a it's not a 9 to 5. It's more like a 7 to 3. But I work that, and most of the time I'm too tired whenever I get home. I don't really want to do anything per se, but like just one random day out of the month, it'll be like that, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to go sit down and write something like right now. And uh, I've kind of just been doing that on and off for like years before I ever joined Victims. So I had a few riffs and a couple solos and all that stuff kind of backlogged a little bit. And yeah, I ended up throwing it like The World Is Yours, for example, is I wrote that riff literally maybe like a year and a half ago. And just kind of brought it back up. And what I usually do in terms of like getting a recording made and getting everything tracked out, I'll usually start with making the raw drum track, and then kind of just have my little Neural DSP plugins on my computer going on one screen, and then have the drums on the other, just so I can like kind of pause it, play along with it, and keep writing the drum. But yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's. I mean, and I am, um, I am kind of like obsessed with like listening to podcasts and stuff like that. I'm a fan of them. That's why I do one. And but the podcasts that I love the most, are the ones are like musicians or comedians, specifically those two particular things, that are just telling their stories, on how they like ended up
Yeah.
being as successful as they were, or whatever. And yeah, no, like just having that one riff or that one line or that one thing, whatever it is, that one drum beat, that one whatever, that just pops in your head once in a while, and then you just run with it.
Yeah.
It ends up being something great.
I
And
actually wrote The Great Decay at work one day. I have this stupid little travel guitar that sucks, and I hate it so much, and it's the worst thing I've ever bought, and I don't know why I bought it. But it hangs up at work, and there was one night I was working night shift, basically just where I have to go and press a button every half hour, but they need someone there to do it, so I was there. But I was sitting there alone at night, and I had that guitar, and I just started kind of fucking around with like chord progressions and just picking out notes and stuff. And then I got that little that I was like, that's it. I'm doing something with that, and then it kind of just it worked its way out from there.
and that's how greatness, like literally, like you have no idea like how many of the greatest, to me at least, how many of the greatest musicians and comedians and to me, some of the best artists of all time literally were sitting there at 2 o'clock in the morning just doodling around, and like, oh, I found something.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Yeah.
That is how fucking greatness gets made. That is how it happens. Like that is how
I
the
don't know if y'all
best
knew
shit
this.
comes out. Like that's it right there.
I
You
don't know if
never
y'all knew
know.
this or not, but this is a fun fact about Pantera is Dimebag wrote half of his riffs while he was hungover.
Hell yeah.
Like the 5 minutes alone riff he wrote when he was hungover.
I could have guessed that, man. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, he kind of was always
Yeah.
drunk, but
Yeah, he was, and we fucking love him for it. Like Dimebag was the goat. Like
facts.
it is that kind of a thing. You never. I don't know. It's just that weird thing where you never know when it's gonna hit, but it does. And you guys do not, like, every time it hits, take advantage, and write it down, and don't forget it. Put it on your phone. Whatever you got to do, like, just make sure you keep it, because sometimes those weird little things turn into fucking yesterday. This is the same story as how the Beatles were yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, this is the same story of how Iron Maiden wrote Number of the Beast. Like, Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. Like,
Dire Straits wrote a massive hit about a radio store.
say it again.
I said Dire Straits wrote a massive, probably the greatest guitar riff ever about an appliance store.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't have to, like, you never know when it's gonna hit, but when it hits, take advantage.
Yeah.
Don't let it go. God, it's such a crazy thing, and it doesn't hit everybody the same way, but sometimes it hits you, like, people like you guys, and you guys end up writing something fucking amazing. So just take advantage of it every time it hits, but don't but also, because this is just something that I've done personally. I'll be sitting there for weeks and be like, nothing's hitting me lately. Like, no songs are really getting me inspired. Nothing's giving me that feeling again. Like, I just kind of feel lost. Don't worry about it, because eventually you will find your way back. Because I have, and every single time, like, it just takes time. It's not something that should be or can be forced. It's something that just happens. But when it happens, fucking take advantage of it, because it will be. I mean, it might not be something great tomorrow, but it is something great.
Yeah.
And you'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Eventually. And that's, look, you guys are magicians. Like, and that's what you're doing, is creating magic. You're creating a sound that makes people, invokes emotion out of people, and that is magic, and that's what that does. And so you never know quite when it's gonna hit, but when it does, just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Talk to music recording or
Aaron, is there anything else that you I guess I didn't really get that too deep into it. Is there anything else you wanted to say about the album?
about the album? Just listen to that shit. Fucking goes dummy hard. So there's already 13. This shit's like 10 seconds. But fucking yeah, no. Listen to the album.
15.
This means left of it, which is like a lot. So it's like buy one of the CDs. The shit's gas.
Oh, where's mine,
Dude,
bro?
I'm gonna get it to you. I'm also gonna get you the flag, bro. I texted you asking for your address one day. I don't remember if you ever sent it to me, but I will get.
Just fucking with you.
Nah, I know, because you bought a New World Order CD and I never got that.
I know.
So I'll get you the Malicious Intent one, which is way better than New World Order. So
Yeah, that's what's up. 14 people that are watching here right now. I bought this shit before.
Yeah, you texted me about that shit like last year.
I've been on the crew forever.
You're a fucking trooper.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Oh,
You guys are.
but
But
Yeah.
because we have been on here, it looks like we've been on here for a minute. And I don't want to take up your guys' whole night.
I still want to talk about the tour though.
Oh, go, do that.
Yeah.
Yes, talk about the tour.
Got off promoting the album.
Yep.
We hit Florida. We hit Mobile, Alabama, which is like basically Florida, and then we hit fucking Tuscumbia, Alabama, all in a week. And fucking dude, so it's like the weirdest shit because like the first show was at Subculture in Pensacola, which is like a legit venue. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, venue is what it is. And then fucking we were opening for a pretty well-known band called Yosemite and Black, and fucking expected this show to go crazy and like have hella people. And then we get there and there was probably like 20 max in that room. And then we do the show the next day, which we expected to have nobody because it's at this house venue called Shady Nasties. And it was a bunch of emo bands and then us. So we expected nobody to be at that one. There was nobody at the one we expected people to be at. And then at the next one where we expected nobody to be, dude, it packed the fuck out.
There were at least 100 people there.
Yeah. And they
in that fucking tiny little shed.
Yeah, they straight out too, man. They turned up. And then that show was fucking sick. And then we stayed at this nice ass Airbnb. And then we fucking when we came back up here to North Alabama and hit Scumbia, that was probably like 4 days after the Mobile show. Yeah, we fucking that show, like we had done a show at the Shed before. There was a better turnout this time. The crowd was definitely way more engaged. Like we got good reactions out of people. We brought this. I think you saw that video of my little sister coming up on stage, and she did. Yeah, that was at that show. We had Trevor. We had the Intercourse Rifles doing his first live performance, and I was just like, it was like a fucking homecoming. Felt like, you know, like we had.
That was beautiful.
That was the first show that I attended with Victims, and that shit was fun.
Yeah.
Like that was
us.
high energy, dude. It was. I just really enjoyed myself. That was also the first like super heavy show that I've been a part of myself playing music. It's addicting, to say the least.
Logan, I want to say I love you very much, and I appreciate you being a rhythm guitar player for me because it's so much better. It feels so nice.
Yeah. But yeah, tour was fucking gnarly. Tour was sick.
It was.
We met some like dope ass people, saw so much cool shit in Florida. Oh yeah, but my mom went to jail on the last day in Florida. My mom got arrested down there, dude. That's fucking crazy. Like everybody had already left and we was like, oh, we're gonna stick back and we're gonna fucking, you know, check out the boardwalk and all this shit. And so we're chilling at the boardwalk. We're going to drop off. This is now our journey. 5 minutes into it, we get pulled over, and my mom doesn't have a license, so fucking arrested her. And we had to stay in Florida basically another entire day just to get my mom out of jail, you know. But yeah, it's fucking wild shit. Last person I expected to go to jail.
That right there is one of those great fucking band stories right there.
Yeah.
That right there. I know it was annoying. I know it probably pissed you off and made you mad. And in the moment, it was terrible. Yeah. Of course it is. Who the fuck wants to see their mom get arrested? But but at the same time, eventually, that was going to be on a fucking documentary. Like,
yeah. No, like I see the humor in it very much so, because like we were all just chilling in the car. They asked her to get out. And we were all just chilling. I was just in the back seat. I was thinking, I was like, man, it's been a minute. And so I look out the window and I see her in handcuffs, and I was like, oh shit, and she's going to like we were going down.
Oh, your mom's a wild one, but I love her. She's great.
Yeah. But yeah, tour was.
But I was gonna say, it looked like from everything that I saw on, because trust me, there's not a single post that you guys make that I don't see. Like I follow you guys tremendously.
Yeah.
And it looked like I mean, god damn it, Aaron, some of your outfits were ridiculous. But I loved it. I loved every single one of them. and yeah, it looked like you guys were having a lot of fun. And what do we have? What do we have coming up? What do we have coming up to promote next?
Okay, well, in like 3 days, I'm releasing a vlog that followed the whole tour. So there's that, and you'll get to see like the behind the scenes of it and shits. And like it's the Danny Filth. Remember how long I've been sitting on the Danny Filth shit? Yeah, it's gonna be in that. And then we got that is coming out. So then we got a show on the 14th at the Shed in Tuscumbia with a band called Maul. UL. They were actually in watching the live earlier, and Tin Blade, which I saw yesterday, and then exactly like 4 days after that, we're playing at Mad Malt's in Huntsville, where I'm the promoter, where Logan and Tyler's other band, Arkany, will play, and Victims, Zaza, K9, and San Pedro out of Murfreesboro. And that show is going to be fun. But then November 2nd, Mad Malt's in Huntsville, 9 bands. The night ends with Exporter, and that's going to be fucking insane. Exporter is going to go fucking stupid. That's going to be sick. So, yeah, that's what we got coming up. And then we plan on releasing some shit, like a single later into the year, like toward around December probably. But we're going to drop some shit. It's going to be sick. And then fucking also, just because I got, people are listening and I'm talking about shit. This has nothing to do with us. But buddies in the band No Cure dropped a new fucking line of merch to help support their medical bills after getting stabbed. So if you haven't heard about that, you need to buy that shit.
No, let's actually talk about that for a quick second. So yeah, they remind us again what happened with that and where and where we can support.
So buddies in the band No Cure, that like Blythe is the vocalist, good friend of mine. He gave us our first show opening for them. Just played like I think it's New England Metal Fest, like Slaughter to Prevail, Kill Switch, like Suicidal Tendencies, a bunch of big bands they played. And yeah, good friends of mine. They've always been really nice to us. They were on tour and they hit Nashville, and as soon as they got done with their set and was walking outside to load up their gear, a fight broke out. They break it up. Jake, the bass player, and Blythe, the vocalist. Blythe, the vocalist, got stabbed real bad in his leg, hit the artery in his leg. Jake got slashed across the chest, and it's pretty big cut. And they both ended up in the hospital in pretty not good condition. They're out now, luckily, but they're all good. They're gonna make a full recovery. But yeah, they dropped a merch line with 2 different designs with like the stab wounds on it. And one of them says "You can't kill the stainless steel," and the other says "Unkillable." And buy that on deathhottopic.com. All the proceeds.
That's the hardest shit I've ever seen in my life.
All the go to fucking help support their medical bills, because it's obviously pretty pricey, like healthcare in America and shit. But fucking yeah.
So everybody fucking support that, and if we can, I don't, because I'm not the host here, so I can't really do anything. But like, if we can post a link to that below or somewhere, then yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah.
Follow that link. Follow No Cure, and support them because they are fucking badasses. They are an incredible band. It's one of those things where that this is what it is. This is what it is. It's the heavy metal. There's a reason why we call it the heavy metal community, because we support each other, because we are all fully aware of everything that I said earlier, that like we are 99% of people do not like what we like, and so we have to support each other. We have to have each other's backs. That's why every single time we go to a concert, we feel at home. That's why every single time we're in a pit, what's the number one rule? Someone falls down, you pick them up. Like that is what this is. We all have each other's backs and we all support each other. That's why this is an actual community. So everybody go fucking help out No Cure, and also like another one that just happened, like, not to like throw anything off No Cure or whatever, but like fucking shouts out to Eric Rutan. Like, he had to drop off the Cannibal tour because his house got destroyed by the hurricane. So
Yeah.
like shout out, like, if there's any way to help him out too. Like, we all need to have each other's backs. That's what we do. That is what we do. So, you know, like, that's we're all in this together, and we're all just supporting this thing and loving this thing, that we're just all in this together. So, and it's hard sometimes, but you know, we do it. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
But all right, Aaron, anything else from the tour or the album that you want to get into, or anything?
Not really necessarily, no. But
Every single one of you motherfuckers better check out the new goddamn Victims of the System album. Look out for him on tour. And I just have one question left for our other two hosts here. And this question goes out to both of you. This is a question Aaron already knows, that I ask everyone. Outside of heavy metal, another thing that I'm very passionate about is I'm really into like paranormal stuff, like Bigfoot, ghosts, Dogman, like all that stuff.
Yeah, Logan's got you.
And so my only question that I ever asked anyone is, have either of you ever had an experience that you would describe as paranormal?
Absolutely.
Give it to me.
Absolutely. Well, for starters, once a month my hair turns red. I'm not sure what's up with that, but
well, that's weird.
no. All right. So the most recent thing that's happened,
Thanks, Carter.
being in this house by myself, because you know it's my own place, whatever. But like, I'll just be sitting down in my room or on the couch, and there's just fucking, you know, footsteps, very loud footsteps coming right towards me, you know. And it happens probably, it's probably happened 4 times, and I've been here for about 5 months.
It's the other leprechauns coming to steal your pot of gold.
Them motherfuckers. I goddamn knew it. You know what I mean? But no, I've had a lot more shit happen to me than that. Being put on the spot, I'm kind of drawing blanks besides that, because that's the most recent thing.
I know.
I ignore it. Yeah, I'm not going to address it. You know, I'm not going to say, who the fuck is there? You know, no, I'm good.
So, but in general, a lot of your experiences have been, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of your experiences have been like that, like kind of like more ghosty stuff.
Yeah, I would say when I was about 12, I saw something that I could only describe as a UFO. But then as I got older, I learned what a drone was. And looking back, it could have just been a fucking drone. I don't know if they existed in that time frame, but I'm sure they did.
How old are you?
25.
So we're talking 12 years ago from a 25-year-old. I mean,
I'm not sure if they were like very as recreational as they
I was
are now.
gonna say they definitely existed, but they weren't as prevalent. They weren't as common as they are.
Right. Like, I can go to a thrift store and buy one right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
literally Dollar Tree is starting to sell fucking drones for Halloween. Like,
right.
So, at least up here in Michigan. So, I mean, what did you see though? What did it look like?
Well, for starters, it was night, so I didn't must have been it was night, so the main thing that I saw were the lights, and I don't know, they're just like going crazy fucking colors, and it was about at least 200 feet in the air away from me, kind of following me down the road, and I wasn't having this, so I just took it off.
But it was colorful. It was more than one
So,
color.
yeah, like it was almost as if they were colorful strobe lights. You know what I mean? Like green, blue, purple, red, yellow. I mean, I'm sure it's very minute, especially for a 12-year-old. Frame.
I mean, maybe, but also like even the drones today are only blue, green, and red, and you just said purple. Like
Purple and yellow.
And that's immediately what popped into your head.
Yeah.
Like, so that's not normal. That's not. Did it have any kind of a shape?
Like it was more or less rounded. However, I did see edges on it. Like it was like if it could go, you know what I mean? Like rounded, but then like sharp points. Again, it was not, so I didn't get like a.
So was it like a disc, like a disc, like a saucer, or was it something else?
I don't know if I'd say it. I don't know if I'd say a saucer. I don't know
Fair,
but
Oh God, that's no. I mean,
it's hard to describe.
fair enough. No.
As a 12-year-old, and
yeah,
my favorite movies are horror movies. Most of my intake is horror, so I'm definitely freaking myself out all the time in my own head and thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
And that's a lot.
That's most of my intake as well. No, and that's the thing. Like, that's the thing with a lot of these experiences is that when someone sees something, especially at such a young age that they don't understand, it is hard to describe. Even for like, okay, so through doing this podcast, I have had the very, very fortunate opportunity to meet people like Aaron and a lot of other people in the metal community and the paranormal community. And there are and you can go back and find them. They're all on YouTube, but you can go back and find shout out to my friends at Wayne and Michelle at the Michigan UFO and Paranormal Encounters podcast. I've been on their show a few times. They've been on my show a few times, and they are two high school teachers, I think high school, from Southeast Michigan, who one night at 2:00 in the morning were and these are science teachers. These are math and science teachers, English and science teachers. So they don't fucking. They never thought any of this shit was anything. And one night they're driving home. I'm not even making this up. I couldn't make this up if I tried. They're driving home at 2 a.m. from bingo. And they look up in the sky and they see a black triangle that is the size of a Supercenter Walmart. One of the big ones. Not one of the little ones. One of the big ones. And that led them down a path to start a podcast and meet people like me and many, like they have an amazing paranormal podcast now that they've talked to a lot of the big people in the community, and these were people, you know, I'm about 10 years older than you guys, and they're about 10 years older than me, and they saw something that they didn't understand, and they're just trying to like figure it out. So it's you know, for you being a 12-year-old, like explaining what you just said, like there's that's entirely valid, and that's totally okay. Like not remembering every fucking detail from a 12-year-old, like of course. So but at the end of the day, like you saw something that you felt was not normal, and that, and especially at that point in time, yeah, that means something. And you know, like being as into all this stuff as I am, like, yeah, a lot of it can be written off as misidentification. But the fact that you said purple, like that's weird to me, because most people don't say they saw purple. Like that makes it different. Lights in general are different, but the fact that you saw purple means it could not have been a helicopter or a plane. It had to have been something different. And
absolutely, and that's why, you know, that's why I mentioned I'm not sure as day, but I'll say this: I definitely feed into that kind of shit, and I think that ghoulies and ghosties do fuck with me, and I got 2 words: shit and fuck. You see it?
hell yeah, yeah.
Shit, fuck off.
I
What
mean,
about got any scary paranormals?
No.
Okay,
Like I hate to disappoint, but no.
I think Hayden said yeah in all caps or in the fucking chat in the live stream. So if you don't hop out of here, Tyler, and let Hayden tell his.
All right.
All right, bye, Tyler.
Goodbye. It's been real.
love you guys.
Love you,
Thank you.
fellas.
Okay, all right. Hayden's coming in to tell his. This should let him in a second. We'll wait. You know, I got dude, our cameraman Hunter. He wants to talk to you about one he had pretty recently, but he's not here right now. So, like, whenever I get around to get y'all in touch, he wants to tell you about his and shit. You might have to request a join again, Hayden. But yeah, Hunter wants to talk to you. And Hayden.
I don't have anything yet.
Yeah, it's popping up for mine. I'm hitting accept, but it's not working, so you might just have to send the request again. But yeah, you know all about mine. Like I've told you about the ones I've had.
Yeah, have there been any new ones though? Because yeah, I know about all yours. Yes, but
yeah,
anything
like yeah,
recently?
yeah, but it's not my like experience. I would rather you hear it from Hunter because it's like he could tell the story. But,
okay, understood. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Hunter. That's our cameraman. He does all our camera work at live shows and like shot some music videos first and stuff. But
well, I have a feeling that there will be a day someday where Hunter and I are going to be working together to film you guys. So that's I'd like to meet him.
Okay. Well, I'm hitting accept on the Haydens. It's not working. It should join in a second. Do you remember this, Bert?
What?
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so lit. I still have that. Here, hold up, Hayden.
Let's see here. Is there a way? Are you hosting this or am I?
I'm hosting it because I started the live stream, but it's like you should be able to accept it if I'm not wrong. But I'm hitting accept and it's just like nothing's happening. It's not saying it, but it did that. Didn't know. Like it should just take a second, and he should be in here.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait for Hayden.
Can I take this second to shout out my sponsor that's not actually a sponsor, Modelo?
Please do. Yes.
Shout out.
Dude, fucking Modelo. I'm gonna add them in the comments. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Modelo in the live stream.
Look,
Man,
Modelo the beer.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I keep
Fuck yeah.
I keep pretending like I'm sponsored by them, waiting for them to say something. They never do. They're added, so.
Well, I don't know if Hayden join straight up.
Do what?
I don't know if it's gonna let Hayden join.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have to restart the call, we can.
I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Wait, hold on. He accepted again. All right. I hit accept. We're gonna see if it works. Just give it 1 second. But if it doesn't, I don't know what to do.
I mean,
but yeah.
Like every fucking network, like AT&T, Verizon, everything's been going down today.
Yeah.
So we could
just
just
been-
like restart the call and it might work.
Yeah, but that's gonna take a minute.
That'd be fine.
Well,
There's 11 people. Yo, what's up to the 11
Dude,
people watching us? I don't know who any of you are.
There
Go
was
ahead and comment down here so I can see who you are. But thank you for watching the stream. Like,
there was some joined at the beginning and certain. I don't knew them, but yeah, somebody knew you. Hey, Luke. But fucking yeah, we're good. I don't know. I'm not working with the hate. But I'm gonna send him a request instead of a request and see if that works. That should work. I think I fucking discovered the fix for our problems. Yeah, Carter's friends with the band.
This is to the 11 people watching. This is what happens when a bunch of metalheads and stoners
That's not me.
try to figure out technology.
Shut up.
It
bro.
takes a minute.
I'm like so sober, like all the time.
Whoa. Hang on, I'm getting something.
Yeah, it's being weird.
I just got a request. I bet I didn't click it.
I don't know. Dude, man, I sent him invites. It should work. Anyways, how's the weather in Michigan, boy?
I honestly pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, just
How's the
everything
water?
else has been pretty.
How's the water?
Hey, that was a complaint. Okay.
Dude, you got so much ammo to work with us being from Alabama, bro. Like you got so much ammo, but you're just not using.
Take some digs, man. Take some digs. To answer the question, yes, I fucked a cousin. I didn't know at the time. It's fine.
Dude, yeah,
I'm not gonna
fucking-
pick the low hanging fruit, but no. I mean, no. Actually, seriously, did you guys get hit by that fucking hurricane at all?
A little bit. Like it was raining for a couple of days, but it's like it wasn't like it was just raining.
Yeah.
We got that up
Yeah.
here too. We got the rain from it up here too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, we're only 6 hours away. Like, it's not
Who's that?
far.
Who's that in the chat? So they said they can't wait to be on Lost in the Dark podcast.
Who said that?
It's a Schizophrenia Revolutions.
I don't. Who are you?
Well, they've been on your.
I don't know who that is.
Shout out to Maddox in the chat. He's tearing shit up. Bro's moshing in the live stream. But fucking, yeah, I don't know.
Hey.
But apparently they've been on it.
For the record, everybody, what time is it? Oh shit, it's kind of late. But
It's 8:20.
for the record, everybody watching this right now, Hatebreed is playing in Michigan tonight with Carcass.
Hey, what part of Michigan are you in, man?
He's in Lansing.
I'm in Lansing.
Okay. I have a buddy who lives in Michigan.
Right in the middle of the Lower Peninsula. I was born in Detroit, or Detroit area, and grew up down there. Have a lot of family in Flint. But yeah, I currently reside in, at the moment at least, in Lansing.
Okay. Yeah.
Boo. No, Lansing was sick, dude. Is Horrocks still a thing?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I love that. I love that so much. I want to go back. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know how. Like, I have dreams about that place, bro. That shit was sick, bro.
Dude.
Logan, you know about the time Victims went to Lansing, Michigan, and sat in a car for like 12 hours just so I could play on a street corner with backing tracks? Like,
no, but that's fun.
Dedicated.
That's dedication and it's fun.
We pulled it off. We found a way to pull it off, didn't we? Like,
yeah, and it was sick. It was so fucking
honestly,
sick.
mostly you. Like, you're the one that mostly pulled it off. So
yeah, and I was like 16 when I did that shit. Like, I was going crazy with it. But Hayden just said in the chat, he said he'll send a clip of him sharing his story, and I'll edit it into the shit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it, because I run your Clips account. I'll post it on the Clips account, and I'll invite the Lost in the Dark account to be a collaborator, so it'll show up on both. And then I'll also, yeah. So we'll get it up, and I'll edit that shit into it.
perfect.
Hell yeah. Yeah. But is there anything else?
No, I got nothing.
Word. Well, sick. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you do your outro then, Burton. This is your podcast.
No, I'm all right. Well, no, this was amazing, and thank you guys so much for being on the show again, as always. And this is, to be quite honest with you, this is the first one I've done in a very long time, and it's been really nice to get back to it.
Yeah.
And this means a tremendous amount to me. Things have not been great up here for me, so it's really fucking awesome to be able to just get back into it and be able to talk to some amazing musicians about this music that we love, and that's what brought us all together. So thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and yeah, I've always got your back. So thank you everyone who we got 11 people still watching. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, you have no idea what the 11 of you mean to me. Like, seriously, like, it's not, I can't believe anybody would ever watch me talk about anything. So thank you guys.
Dude, when I closed
And
the first, it said over 50 people had joined in the full time we was doing it. So yeah, the first one had like 50 people all time, and I don't know how many this one has yet, but we'll find out.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Well,
I've been telling you, you just start doing them live, bro. That shit's gas.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta start doing them
apparently.
live.
Yeah, you're right. But either way, thank you all so much, and I'll end this as I always do. Raise your fucking horns and bang your goddamn heads. This was Lost in the Dark with Victims of the System. Love you all to death. Good night.